So we have a Highlander remake currently in the works. Henry Cavill is going to be playing the main lead, and as you can see from some of these photographs, things are looking good. Now, myself and my co-reviewer, The Core, are going to be talking about this today, and just some of the pictures that have come out, some of the information that we know about the casting, even the music, certain little things we're aware of. Some of the special effects as well. We talk about this here in the video as well. So Henry Cavill said, "Happy first look for Highlander. This has been quite the journey for me, which I'll tell you is all about when the time is right. But it's a special moment to be able to share this. I hope you enjoy." So that's what we're going to talk about here today. Hello and welcome to Brand X Reviews. So here we are, Born to be Kings. It's myself and my co-reviewer.
We're the princes of the universe.
Exactly, so where I was going with that. But today we have the core.
Yes.
So, we did talk a little bit about Highlander last year as in a retrospective, and it had about 2 viewers. We might have mentioned that there's a remake coming out. It's currently in production. We've recently had some photographs of Henry Cavill, who's playing Connor McLeod, obviously, and it looks very good. Have you seen the pictures of that?
Yes.
So, any kind of thoughts on it? I know it's difficult when it's photographs, but anything that kind of springs to mind?
I would say it's a little early to tell. Like the Kurgan looks a little bit weird.
Yeah.
I'm not quite sure what they're going for with the Kurgan.
Yeah, depends what kind of performance you get. Because Dave Bautista, he's not the best actor, but I wouldn't call him like one note because I've seen various different performances from him, and I think it's usually having a good director like James Gunn, or is it Denny Villeneuve? I can't pronounce his name. Who did? He was in like Dune, wasn't he? And Blade Runner 2049.
Yes.
So he's been in various things, and obviously he was Jinx, was it? Not Jinx, that was Mr. Hinks, that was it. We were talking about Jinx from Die Another Day. From Spectre, who was Mr. Hinks, wasn't he? He was a Bond villain in that. He was a bit, not quite one note in that. I'm kind of wondering if the Kurgan role that he's playing in Highlander is going to be similar to that, or if he's going to maybe be a bit more sort of animated. Kind of imagine he will be, because the Kurgan is a bit of a sort of larger than life character. So if Batista is in this one and he's just kind of more sort of actions speak louder than words kind of performance, that's not quite, because the Kurgan was all about words. He was, the shit that he just came out with was like crazy. And he was quite kind of mesmerizing with it as well. So obviously Clancy Brown played him. So I'm hoping they do something like that. But
yeah, it's kind of like a weird because he's like basically like dressed up like a priest, and it's like, well, is that like a disguise that he's using, or like is he actually like a priest in this? It's like,
yeah, it is so no one would recognize me. That was in a church, wasn't it?
So I know at one point he is like in a church, but I don't think he was dressed as a priest. And he just shaved his head, didn't he?
Yes, so no one would recognize me. I recognize you. Yeah, no, he does kind of have like a bit of a altercation with the priest in the film and some nuns as well. So I wonder if there's going to be something that maybe pays homage to that, possibly, but speculation. It's a small detail, I guess. But yeah, the thing with Dave Bautista, I've seen him in a few films as well, because he's done this before. He was in a remake of Kickboxer, and he played the Tong Po character in that, and he was okay, but I'm just hoping he's actually does something quite memorable with this. What I got out,
yeah, he's kind of got one of those weird like beards where it's all around his like chin, but he doesn't have like the mustache to go with it. I can't remember what comic book character it is that's got that, but it kind of reminds me very strongly of.
Mm.
I don't know who it is, but like it reminds me strongly of somebody. I can't fucking remember now for the life of me.
Almost like a kind of Cuban kind of look. Like, I don't know.
Mm,
I know what you mean. But yeah, so what I got out of the photographs is obviously because you can kind of interpret things differently. Um, it's a Chad Stahelski film. He's directing it, and obviously he did John Wick. And um, I don't know if it's sort of you sometimes these things you can think it's kind of form over substance. You know, you can have very nice looking films. The cinematography can be great, and the colours and the lighting and all that stuff can just look really good. But the films are just a bit like eh. But I don't know. John Wick, I thought was. I don't love it as much as a lot of people do, but there's no denying it. Those are very special films, very kind of genre reinventing films. Um, So I'm just hoping that with this Highlander movie, it is not just form over substance because it looks great from the photographs that we saw, but that the film when you come out of it, it's a good experience. Um, I think remake is the right way to go with Highlander because it's long since dead. I mean, it's been like 20 years since the last if we even want to talk about it, the Source movie, which was a straight to video movie, technically,
no, no, we're not even admitting that film exists.
yeah. So even if you discount that, it was 2000 when Highlander Endgame
Mm.
came out. I personally like that film despite its problems, and I've spoke about the film and its problems in the past on the channel.
Yeah, but it's one of those films where it's like it's not really a Highlander film so much as a Highlander the series film.
Yeah, but is it
Like
though?
it
Because
fits in with Highlander. I'm not saying like oh it's not canon. It's
yeah,
what it is, what it is.
it's
But it
mixed,
feels more like it's a Duncan MacLeod film, not a Connor MacLeod film.
which is great because that's what me and you wanted at the time because we were big fans of the TV series. What little we could see of it in the UK. But I know what you
Yeah,
mean. I know what you mean though. It's not like Highlander 4. I suppose technically it is, but yeah.
it's like it is, but it isn't. It's like I kind of class the Highlander films as having ended with
Highlander 3,
the third one, the
the
Sorcerer. That's it.
Sorcerer. Yeah, yeah,
Not the Source, the Sorcerer.
yeah, yeah. So yeah, so it's been a long time anyway. Basically, it's like I said, it's long since dead. There's no way you can continue it. The actors have aged out and all that kind of stuff. And to be honest, they were kind of stretching it with what they did. So remake is the right way
Yeah, I
to go.
mean, certainly the last time we saw like in Endgame, like I like him, but he was way too old to be playing Connor MacLeod anymore, especially as Connor MacLeod isn't supposed to age.
And he aged
And he
badly.
looked really fucking old.
Yeah, he aged badly. He's not too well, from what I understand. Christopher Lambert, I think. Well, not ill, but I think he had an accident. And also fell down some stairs or something.
Mm.
But
He did look very much like an old man, which is like not what you really want for like Connor MacLeod because he's never supposed to be an old man. So
yeah, yeah, he looked like shit in that film. No offense to Christopher Lambert, I like him, but he looked like shit. I don't know why. um, but yeah,
I
so
don't think it was just like the wig or like the makeup. I don't know. Like something just did not
yeah,
look good.
yeah. So obviously remake is the right way to go. Casting wise, it's pretty good. There's a few things I was looking up just before we did this video because there's a few little details I wasn't aware about. I mean, obviously Russell Crowe's playing Ramirez, which is a bit weird because he played Superman's father, and Henry Cavill he played Superman. He's playing Colin MacLeod, so you're gonna have like a kind of maybe similar dynamic to what we had there. But you do sometimes get that in movies. So it is what it is. But is it? I think she was in Doctor Who, but then she went on to being Guardians of the Galaxy. Is it Karen Gillan or Gillam or something?
Yeah, 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 yeah. I know what you mean.
She's playing.
She was like Nebula.
Yeah, she's gonna play Brenda in this. No, sorry, Heather. Sorry, who was his wife in Scotland. Heather was the obviously in the original film, played by a different actress, obviously. Um, but yeah, there's a few other people that are in this as well. Obviously, Jeremy Irons is in it. I don't know who he's playing. I don't know if that's like, even known about. I've not heard anyone say this is who Jeremy Irons is playing. Could be,
I've heard that he's in it. I have no idea what he is because I've
yeah,
heard like, oh, he's in it, and I'm like, oh, is he the Kurgan? Like, no, Dave Batista's the Kurgan. So like,
yeah,
don't fucking
interesting.
know who he is.
Yeah, could be anyone really. I do wonder how close to the original it's going to be as well. Um, how much they're going to kind of do their own thing, if it's going to be completely different or if they're going to follow a lot of the same beats of the original movie. So obviously, like he gets arrested in New York or anything like that. It
Where are you
would,
from, Topher? Lots of different places.
yeah, it'll be good because I mean, if the film's good, obviously, but it'll be good to see because obviously the original movie is kind of its time in a great way, but it'd be good to
Hmm.
see the best of modern day big action movies, which is it's not like I say they're not my favourite, but John Wick is basically the standard of modern like big movies. I prefer the Equalizer, the Denzel Washington films, to be honest, but obviously John Wick is like the biggest in terms of that, and they did a great job. So it's good to see in the hands of the people that are doing the best of the best. Not the best of the best. That's something else at the moment. Seeing this franchise be done by them, it's like I said, I'm hoping it's good. I don't know when it's out. I don't know if that's been because I looked it up and didn't seem to be any kind of even release date that they'd put down in the places that I looked. But I imagine if they're still filming it now, which they are, it's not going to be out until the very least the back end of this year.
Yeah, I was looking up information on it. So of course, like it's not out yet. You know, there's nothing ready for it. But of course, you got some fucking idiots making like CGI fake fucking AI
Trailers,
trailers for it. It's like,
yeah,
ah, oh, fuck's sakes.
every time. Um, I saw some interesting stuff. Did
It
you?
was bad enough when it was sorry. I
You
was going
go.
to say it was bad enough when it was just like using shots from other films, but now it's like full on like AI. Like,
Oh
oh,
yeah.
here's Dave Batista in like this really weird looking version of the Kurgan armor. It's like, what the fuck? Like, that looks awful.
I never thought of that. Yeah, because obviously I'm not stupid enough to click on fake trailers unless it's for research purposes, like from the sounds of it, what you've done. But
Yeah, like it was like,
AI.
there's a teaser trailer already. Well, either there's going to be nothing in it, or it's going to be fake as fuck. It's like it's fake as fuck.
Yeah. Oh, so maybe you were dumb enough to fall for it. I was trying to give you the benefit of the doubt there for research purposes, but no.
No, not really. Like I say, I didn't think it was going to be legit, but it's like sometimes they'll have like like a teaser trailer where it's just like Highlander and then like nothing
Yeah,
else, just like a fancy.
he's a dozy C. He's that car. But yeah,
I am not. Like, if you don't know what I'm talking about, then you can get fucked.
yeah,
You
but
know what? There'll be like a teaser, but there's absolutely nothing to it. If
yeah,
you get me?
I know what you mean. Yeah, like a
Yeah, it's just
concept
like
thing.
the title or something. Like, oh, coming, whenever the fuck we finish it.
Yeah, I know they were
So I
recently
thought,
filming.
is it that?
Well, they were filming at Westminster Abbey like 2 days ago as we're recording this. Was it Sunday? I think. Because did you watch the Mr H reviews video that I sent you?
Uh, I've seen bits of it, but years.
Yeah, because he was showing the reason I asked was because he mentioned the Kurgan photographs because he was covering that as well. Yeah, apparently we're filming at Westminster Abbey this last weekend, so still going well. But he did mention something. He showed something on there. This isn't necessarily a bad thing. It's if it looks good, it's probably a good idea. But they're doing blue screen swords, so the way that kind of works. Conveniently, I've got some Highlander swords here. These are official ones, and they weren't cheap
Yeah,
either.
they've just got like the handle almost.
Yeah, and there's like a bit of a sort of a nub. So obviously this is the Highlander katana. In fact, I've never shown these on a channel before. They're not sharp either, so I can do that. Well, they are vaguely sharp, but that's the Connor MacLeod sword. But yeah, in the way that it works with a blue screen sword. So you'll have all this part, and then this here up to about there will be green. So the computers will be able to recognize what angle the sword is at and just basically animate the rest of it based on that little bit there. So it's a good way of doing it. It'll be a lot safer as well. There'll be a lot of stunts that you can do without having to have a risk of accidentally falling on the sword or whatever. Like Topher did at the sink that one time.
Yeah, I mean, it certainly looks like at the time they're like falling off something onto some cars below, so it kind of makes sense to not be waving around a hunk of metal while you're doing that.
Yeah, exactly. While I'm here, I'll just show to the camera. So that was the Connor MacLeod sword. I also have the Duncan MacLeod sword. Now, this isn't from the TV series version. This is from the Highlander Endgame version. These are the official ones. Pretty cool. I used to have these on display, but I took them down a while ago just because they're kind of getting covered in dust and so on. But I need to get them back on display because they're pretty cool. So yeah, what else about the movie? Obviously,
I mean, Connor MacLeod himself looks okay. He's got like kind of combat pants and like almost like a leather jacket. It's kind of a different look from like the trench coat he used to wear in like the original film.
yeah, no, it's a good take. It's just a shame with Henry Cavill because obviously, a lot of people will just say like, "Oh, this actor, he's English and he's handsome, therefore he would be a good James Bond." And I tend to disagree with a lot of those ideas, but I do think Henry Cavill, when he was younger, maybe 10 or 15 years ago, would have been a good James Bond, and he wouldn't have needed to do all these other roles that he's done since. But I think now, because he's done so many other roles, obviously he's too old to do James Bond. It's just kind of a shame. It's like, it would have been good if he'd just done one. But it's great that he's doing Highlander because I think he'll be very good in this.
So I've heard it said like films have kind of failed him, and I think that's a very good like point.
Yeah,
because it's like he was a pretty good like as Superman. It's just the films he was in was shit. Like he wasn't the fucking problem.
Yeah, Man of
And
Steel
then
had its
like
moments.
we got other stuff, and it's like, yeah, the film's shit. He's all right in it, but the film is shit. And it's like, right, well now he's The Witcher. He's like really passionate about it, and it's like it's gone from being the most popular show around to being like a fucking laughing stock, and it's getting fucking cancelled. Like the only reason it's made it to 5 seasons is because they had a 5-season fucking contract. Otherwise, it would have stopped after 3.
Yeah,
and it's like, again, it's not Henry Cavill. Henry Cavill won everybody over, and people really liked him. It was the dumbass fucking writers.
Well, something I need to watch. I don't know if you've seen it. I've got it to watch. I just haven't got around to it. The Man from U.N.C.L.E., the Guy Ritchie.
Yeah, it's not a bad film. It's like an okay kind of spy sort of thing.
Yeah, no, definitely. Because apparently we're saying like this is basically his like audition for playing James Bond in some ways. Like some people said that. And also he's very good in Mission Impossible. Which one was it now? Fallout, was it? I think it was Fallout. You haven't seen that one, have you?
Not yet. I'm getting round to it eventually.
I liked it. I thought it was really good.
It was also alright in like it's more of a straight to streaming thing, but the Ministry of Ungentlemanly Warfare.
Oh yeah,
Warfare.
Yeah, and of course he does the bicep reload as well. He does that in Mission Impossible, doesn't he? When he's fighting Tom Cruise. Have you seen that?
No.
Yeah, you'll see it in the trailer at the very least. There's like a famous bit because he gets into a fight with some people and Tom Cruise is there. And I can't remember if it was like planned or if he just did it. And he does this thing where he obviously you can't see the camera, but he does this thing with his arms where he kind of like reloads them before he goes in to like do a fight. It's like what they call a bicep reload. It's totally impractical, serves no purpose as far as I'm aware. Anyway, I don't know of it being a thing. Yeah, no, I think like I say, just obviously we're big fans of Henry Cavill in terms of just the little things that he's done. Obviously, he's not had any like huge roles that we'll be talking about in decades to come, which is unfortunate.
In some ways, kind of like the the ship has kind of sailed now because he doesn't look super old, but he is starting to get on.
Yeah, I think
Like
he's
usually people have kind of made it by this point.
exactly, yeah, and he's very well liked. He's just not had the kind of career that he could have had, and
Mm.
had the sort of notoriety for some of the films. Like I say, the Superman that he did was great. The part that he played, with what he was given, which was unfortunate. So hopefully this will be something that, I don't think it'll be huge, but it will be to us because we love Highlander. Um, so we pretty much take what we're given. Still working my way through the rewatching the original series, kind of slowly getting through that again. Adrian Paul is still out there doing stuff, in terms of like fan stuff. He's got a YouTube channel, and he's done some things where he's gone and revisited the locations from the TV series. If you look that up, it's pretty good. And he had Alexandra Vandernoot, who played Tessa in the original series. She's getting on a bit now, and they were at like some fan event or something, and kind of talking about the series. So that was pretty cool. And he's a good guy, is Adrian Paul. He's been quite vocal about the remake as well over the years, talking about it as a concept and how it would work or could work, and so on. And he still looks very healthy as well. So unlike Connor McLeod did, in Highlander Endgame. So yeah, no.
Yeah.
Any other thoughts? Anything that's kind of sprung to mind with this as a remake?
It'll be interesting to see what kind of like sword he ends up using because like he's kind of famous in the first film for like using a katana, but
Mm.
that was kind of Ramirez's thing. So like I say, I don't know if they're going to go the same way again.
Yeah, because in the footage that I've seen, the photographs, obviously it's quite limited. We've not had like a broad, visual demonstration of where they go in the film and what they do. But he's got a broadsword in that, doesn't he? In the modern day.
Mm.
Um, Something else I did hear, and this is either going to be a cause for concern or not. Um, Chad Stahelski, the director, has apparently said that Queen music is going to be featured in the film, but in kind of a different way. I don't know what that means. That'd be quite interesting. Um, Hopefully, it's not like what they did in Highlander: The Source, where they did a cover version of Princes of the Universe that was like just an absolute affront. Do you remember that?
Yeah.
So I don't know how they'll do it. Whether or not it'll be like in the music score or something like that, or whatever. But yeah, they have to do that. They can't not do that. Because it was as big a part of the movie's identity as the actors in the film itself. Um, so that'll be an interesting one. It'd be good to see if it succeeds anyway. I wonder if the film will wrap itself up like the first one did, because obviously the first film ends things, so doing a sequel is very problematic. I wonder how they'll cope with that with this, if they'll leave it open for a sequel, or if they will paint themselves into a corner.
Yeah, kind of hard to say.
Yeah, well, we'll see. But until we get a trailer and so on, it's hard to say. But from now on, as a general concept, I think it's a good idea, and I'm looking forward to it. And I always have been, and I've followed this for years and years. As it's like gone from, it was going to be Ryan Reynolds was going to be in it, and Tom Cruise was going to be Ramirez. I think Gerard Butler at one point was like going to be in it. He was going to be in every remake of every film at one point when he was kind of flavour of the month. He was going to be in Escape from New York and The Untouchables and all these other things that never happened. But where it's landed, I'm very happy with, and the photographs that I saw look as you would expect from Chad Stahelski. I don't know if you're aware of Chad Stahelski. He's a guy who, he's been in the action movie genre for quite a long time. I think he must be in his 50s now or something, or maybe older, like maybe going around 60 or something. But he was doing stunt work in movies back in the 90s. He worked on like The Crow, the Brandon Lee one, and quite a few other films like that. And obviously through the 2000s and into the 2010s, he was doing like a lot of the superhero type movies and the Expendables. And then he went on and did John Wick, obviously made a big name for himself in that. So yeah, I think it's definitely in the right hands anyway. I know I keep saying that, but that's reason to be optimistic. Any final thoughts before we move on to the last matter of the video?
No.
That's a no. So we'll just end this video. Where are we now? Let me just see. So obviously it's early February, and it's Paul Cage and Lucy Cage, and also the Buff. It's their birthday coming up this week. So the Topher's birthday pants. Here they are again. We get them out occasionally. They have been washed.
Butchers love them, sir.
Yeah, just for the scale of how big these are. This is my head. So yeah, I think Topher lost a bit of weight actually when he was when he donated these anyway. So they have been cleaned since, because that time, remember that time when you threw them in my face?
Conduct reviews.
It was kind of paste it over the underpants. These aren't my pants.
Get up! Hey!
Hell, that's disgusting. Right, and on that note,
Yes.
yeah, quite a long time ago. So yeah, happy birthday to the Buff, to Lucy and to Paul. So, as promised. Anyway, right, so I think that's pretty much it. So we'll follow this as it develops. If there's a trailer and so on, I'm sure we will be talking about it. On the channel there is a Highlander playlist where we've talked about the movies before, going back years and years. We've been talking about them, so there's plenty of stuff to watch there. There's also a few other videos as well that aren't of this channel in the playlists on this channel that I've just kind of put into one big thing. So if you want to watch more than just the movies itself, see a lot of other stuff too, go nuts with that. Right, anyway, any last messages from the core?
No, just happy birthday, you bastards.
Cool. Thank you very much for watching.
In general, to all the bastards who are having birthdays.
Yeah, well, yeah, we don't discriminate, yeah. All right, well, thank you very much for watching.
So, Topher, how have you been? I've been good. You? Not bad? Not bad?